Okay, welcome to part 2. So Spirit did want me to tell you too that remember how like heartbroken you were during your first separation, and it was like you were going through a dark night of the soul, and then it's like right as soon as you wrapped up your dark night of the soul, it was like your ascension hit. This part is going to resonate if this message is for you because it's coming through. All right, I know some people can like ascend first and then go into the dark night of the soul, but for this specific collective, I feel like you guys had your dark night of the soul first and then hit an ascension point. And because that's exactly like the energy that's portraying here as well. Although like when we're going through a dark night of the soul, we don't technically know that we're about to step into an ascension because it's our first ascension, right? It's just like we wake up to everything and we're like, oh my God. Because you do that like first initial purge where you're filled with so much regret, so much remorse. And I feel like it was different for you because it was just more of like the heartbreak that like you needed to release this person the first time in regards to this separation, or maybe this person got triggered emotionally before you actually like had to cut this off, and it was the first initial like time that you felt heartbroken in this dynamic. So Spirit's really kind of trying to like take you back and like understand how you felt in that energy, not to feel like any guilt or sympathy for this person, because yes, initially like they made mistakes to cause indifferences in this connection. But what Spirit wants to let you guys know is that it's really, really easy to gain up a bunch of anger and resentment for these people. But the thing is that like during this entire process, like while you're ascending and you're going through the things that you're going through, these masculines are not ascended yet. They're not, and I'm not saying that like that's the only time that somebody should take accountability is when they have spiritual knowledge. But it's like when you have years and years and years and years and years of trauma, and I feel like the masculines they're even more closed off than we are as feminines. It's just like it's so blinding to their normal reality that they just can't see and navigate clearly. So it's not like this person intentionally wanted to cause you any harm. It was just their trauma that you lit up and saw this person's soul, and it literally scared the crap out of this person. But I feel like you're also going through an ascension. It could be your second, your third ascension. Okay, I'm really getting on the 2 spectrum because this does, as much as like it almost feels like a new situation, I feel like this has been going on for about like 3 or 4 years. So I do feel like I got like confirmation on that. So I do feel like you've been waiting a long time for this person to wake up. And it's like the second that it's here and happening, it's like you're kind of like getting your mindset like and your emotions stuck in like a past place, because it's also like re-triggering you because of what this person is feeling the first time that you had an ascension. It's like you almost like intuitively like feel that energy, so then it starts like stemming in your mind like, is this going to go back to how it was? Is this going to be another cycle? And yada yada. And Spirit's saying no, this is not going to be another cycle. This is completely different because this person is actually stepping into an ascension. And the more that we're having this like more so like negative emotions towards this individual, it just makes them feel worse because that's what you're projecting onto them. And it will initially make it longer because it'll take this person a lot longer to get out of this energy because of the energy that you're projecting. It's actually going to make them feel worse and more like unworthy of this. And we're really wanting to help these people elevate, no matter if you like want to reconcile with this person or not. It's kind of the same energy. It's really like doing this person a disservice, right? Because we really want the best for all people, especially when they're going through an ascension, because that means they're spiritually chosen. We don't have any God-given right to judge this person when they are specifically selected from the divine and have a purpose from the divine, okay? I love this message. Just very, very strong, prominent. Thank you, angels, 444 on the timestamp. But, you know, this is an offer. Like, this person chose to go through this ascension so that they could be stable enough and be a match to your energy so that they would have just a chance to come back and be with you. They chose this process for you as well, the same way that you chose to go through this process for them too. It's all like working out in your favor. This is like everything that a divine feminine wants. It's just like when you get, look at, because the 4, like when you get to like 4 years in, it's really hard to believe because you have been like detached for probably like 1 to 2 years at least. But, you know, over that process, you know, you do release. And I don't feel like you do necessarily have any animosity towards this person, but I feel like your energy is feeling triggered because of both of your ascensions that's going on right now. And this energy is something that you're feeling in regards to this person. You typically know, like, if this person were to reach out to you, it's typically when they're in a good energy or when they're in a masking energy and they haven't reached out to you. So that tells you that something big is happening. And I'm not really picking up any third party energy, more so just the 3 of Swords, which is just signifying like some kind of intense pain going on right now, like massive death energy going on for this person, putting an end to all of the old ways of being. They're really like sitting, reflecting in a higher self perspective on everything their shadow is. And it's a very ugly thing to address and look at. But see, this person doesn't even realize that they're having this awakening. They're not even realizing that they're actually starting to see themselves in a different light, and that's what's making them feel this like depressed, low vibe energy. But it's just a purging of the energy to get this person to change, because they're going to see how ugly the pieces of their shadow are, how ugly of a person that they've been for all of these years, or how wounded, or how trauma, and how much the trauma took the forefront and was like really regulating their life. It's like they're ready to release this. What else, please, Spirit? But like literally these cards together, they are chosen by God. Right? So we don't have any means to judge them, their journey, what they did in the past, because they're completely renewed. And we have the 7 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's almost like you feel like this person is like hiding behind another third party situation, or like something's happening in regards to that, and you're really needing to like release that paradigm. That's why I don't like to pick up and channel on third party energy a lot, but I typically do give you guys some pretty good insight on why you shouldn't compare or really care about the fact that they're with a third party, because that third party will never compare to you. All right, it's just cycles that they need to go through to get them to this breaking point. That's what a lot of the masculines have to go through. They have to see how wonderful you are, and then, you know, you kind of walk away, you step into detachment, maybe they slip into a low moment in their life and they get entangled with a karmic, and it's like the worst freaking thing to deal with. So it was like, if that was the case for you in this situation, and this person did get out of a karmic relationship, it was like they just went through like the worst relationship of their life. And after they left that, now they're doing all of this like shadow purging, dark night of the soul, and stepping into an ascension. So it's like, it's really a lot on anybody's energy, you know? Not saying that this person was just, you know, in the right or wrong for choosing it, but that's just what needs to happen sometimes. But we're really needing to let go of the idea that this person is sneaky, that this person is like wishy-washy. Like, your perception over this person is really what also needs to change here. Because if it's like reflecting in your energy, it's just causing you more pain, thinking that you're being betrayed over and over and over. It's like you're reliving that situation over and over and over. And I feel like you have been receiving a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, and this is what Spirit's been trying to tell you. Like, switch out of your emotions, like see it from the bigger picture. Except it's really hard when we're so emotionally invested. So it's like you guys are both ascending, but like in different ways are you guys purging. You know what I'm saying? Temperance and the 10 of Pentacles. Go to part 3.